girl, damn girl, damn girl, damn girl, damn girl, damn girl, damn girl. I like the way you moving to the drum.
What's going on, you guys? It's your boy Truth, and today is more of a sensitive subject. Today is a little bit of snippet about my life. Starting off around about 2009. Well, we're gonna start out a little bit before that. It was about 2007, and my grandma, she had just gotten diagnosed with Alzheimer's, and you know, it was hard. Around those 2 years leading up to 2009, I didn't get to really see her much, and I remember the last time seeing her, she didn't recognize me at all, and for me, that was the hardest thing to ever experience almost in my entire life. I remember just sitting there in her hospital bed, and she asked who I was, and it literally brought me to tears almost, because my own grandma that I had known for then 11 years didn't recognize my face. About a month later, she died in October of 2009. And, you know, that sent me down towards a spiral, a bad path. I started cursing. I started getting in fights with my parents, started getting fights at school. And it just wasn't good. It was terrible, to be honest. And then, around 2011, I was introduced to the drug marijuana. And, you know, people say you can't get addicted to marijuana, but to be honest, I would beg to differ. I was a terrible person for about a 2-year span. Drinking, smoking, not giving a damn about what people thought. And, you know, I didn't like who I was. People looked at me like I was nothing. Which leads to another subject. I struggled with bullying a lot at my time at Bixby High School in Oklahoma. I'm not going to say the names of people, but some of the people that bullied me, I still talk to today, and I still get bullied to the day, but, you know, I sort of ignore it now, but it got to the point where I would make myself sick so I didn't have to go to school. I literally sat there, and I sat by the toilet, and I forced myself to throw up so my dad would let me stay home. The things that the kids said to me and the things that they did to me were unexcused, but not taken care of. But, you know, some of those people came up to me later in the years. I'm a senior in high school right now. And last year, I changed schools because it got so bad. But some of the people came up to me and said, you know, we respect you for changing schools, and we're sorry for what we did to you. And I respect those people. But, you know, the people who did hurt me, they know who they are. Sorry, getting a little bit choked up, but, you know, it was hard to fight through what I had to go through and how long I went through it. And then on top of that, my brother was a very good athlete at the time, and he still is. But he had D1 scholarships lined up for football from almost every school. And, you know, he blew it away with marijuana also, and with drinking and getting in trouble and getting arrested. And I got made fun of and I got punished for what my brother did. And I don't believe that was fair to me. But about 2013, I met a group of guys who are now probably the coolest guys and probably some of the nicest guys I know. The 918 crew, aka McPherson, Winters, Grotz, and Lonsdale, and Keegan. Those guys sort of not really took me in, but they showed me something that I hadn't seen in a couple years, and it was friendship. And it helped me a lot. Fast forward to about 4 months later, one of my good friends that I had had since I was at Bixby, his name was Dylan. One night we were out drinking, and I was out of town at the time, and we were down in California where he lived. He decided to drink and drive. And about 4 in the morning, I got the call. He had flipped over and crashed into a ditch and died. And at that moment, I was shocked. I didn't think something like that could happen to me. Didn't think it could happen again to love someone that I loved. Lose someone that I loved. My bad. But that sort of pushed me off track again. I was getting so good. I was stopping smoking. I had literally just stopped smoking. I was beginning to stop to drink, and it took about another year after that to recover from all of it. And just losing him was probably the hardest thing, even worse than losing my grandma. I know that's really messed up, but he was there when nobody else was. He showed me that I wasn't a worthless piece of shit like everybody told me I was. He showed me that I wasn't hated, but I was actually loved. And I still miss him today. And that's why I'm doing it on the anniversary of his death. He was the greatest friend I've ever had. And to lose someone like that, it takes a piece out of you. It's like losing your brother. It's not right. But now that it's been about a year, I moved on, and I know he's looking down on me, wishing that wouldn't be sad, but I'm still trying to get over it, even though it's a year past. But the overall situation is, don't let anybody tell you you can't do something. Don't let anybody tell you who you are. You be you. Don't let anyone bully you. Don't do drugs. Don't go down that path. And if you ever think about drink and drive, don't fucking do it. Don't. Don't risk it. Call someone. And if you ever have lost someone close to you, just know that they're looking down on you, watching over you, making sure you're alright. Thank you guys for listening to my story today. This has been Story Time with Alex, aka Truth. Hope you all have a wonderful Monday or Sunday, whenever you guys are watching this. I think it's going to probably be Monday. But you all have a great night. Peace. It's been your boy Truth.
Nice work, Ghosts. Well done.
Damn girl, I like the way you moving to the drum.